is the Statute Law Miscellaneous Amendments Bill, the Business Amendment Bill number 2 of 2020, and the proposed legislation on the administration of referenda and on enhancing governance and on deepening our anti-corruption efforts. Honourable members, as we ushered the third decade of the 21st century, we as a country were invaded by locusts threatening to disseminate our food baskets and the livelihood of millions of our farmers. In the far east part of the globe, a new disease, Covid-19, was emerging, devastating millions of people. The World Health Organization declared the Covid-19 outbreak a public health emergency of international concern on the 30th of January 2020, and further went on to declare it a pandemic on the 11th of March 2020. The Covid-19 pandemic has led to an unprecedented loss of life, global economic slowdown, the postponement of major cultural, religious, political, and sporting events, including the 2020 Olympic Games. It also led to the shutting down of borders and airspaces, the closure of institutions of learning, disruption of production and supply chains, a massive strain on health systems in every nation on earth, and tremendous pressure on individuals, families, communities, and entire nations. On the 28th of February 2020, through Executive Order number 2 of 2020, I established a framework to upscale and coordinate Kenya's preparedness and response to the coronavirus threat. Kenya's first case of COVID-19 was confirmed on the 13th of March 2020. In the days and weeks that followed, my government put in place a series of public health measures to stem the spread of COVID-19. These included Kenya's first ever nationwide curfew since independence, the restriction of movement into and out of most affected counties, the shutdown of learning institutions, a ban on public and social gatherings, restriction on the number of passengers in public service vehicles, among other containment measures. Our health institutions also ramped up their preparedness by training their staff on management of the disease, by creating isolation areas, and by procuring the deployment and deploying the relevant equipment and medication. Despite these commendable efforts, as of this morning, Thursday, the 12th of November 2020, we have reported a total of 66,723 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in our country, and sadly, also a total of 1,203 deaths since this tragedy fell upon us, out of which we can say that 23 persons succumbed to the disease over the last 24 hours. Our hearts go out to the families who have lost loved ones to coronavirus. Our thoughts and prayers are with those who are undergoing isolation or treatment with respect to this disease, and we wish them a quick recovery, a quick and complete recovery. Honorable speakers, honorable members, I would like at this juncture to request all of you to rise on your feet and join me in observing a minute of silence in honor of the memory of 1,289 Kenyans who have succumbed to this deadly disease. I thank you.